Thanks for joining us today for BRMC's Healthy Connections with our special guest, Lori Day Howe.
Hello.
Hey, it's always so wonderful to have you come and visit us.
It's wonderful to be here. I love to get to come visit a little bit and catch up.
Yep. And we get to do that
together.
Yes. Please tell us about your upcoming event. And I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name, but I am going to ask where it comes from.
Casino Lanyap. It's a gift of something extra. It's French. Dr. Cogburn actually helped cultivate that name. We were sitting in a committee meeting back a number of months ago talking about, because it has been our gala. That is what we've had for a number of years now. And sitting in this meeting and talking and just wanting to add some new life, new energy to it, and throwing around different things. It's basically just the name of the casino, and he threw that out there, and we loved what it meant, the gift of something extra. And that's what we want. We want it to be a gift to the community, something fun, something offering back, bringing something new for us to town. But then also, it's a gift to us from the community in that they're supporting Hospice of the Ozarks and what we do in our fundraising efforts. So it's a mutually beneficial.
It's a win-win,
yes,
absolutely, all the way around, because it's always important to remind people the hospital, Hospice of the Ozarks, are all 501c3s.
Correct.
These are not-for-profit organizations that we do rely oftentimes on, certainly the charity and the good hearts of the community.
You know, our uncompensated care for 2012 should be somewhere in that $180,000 range of care that we provided that we did not receive a financial compensation for. So we make up for that through our fundraising efforts, through the donations. You know, we live in a very, very generous community, and you see it in the newspaper from time to time where folks will leave donations or memorials for Hospice of the Ozarks. And those $20, they add up, and they make a difference in the day-to-day care that we provide. So,
and you don't turn anyone away.
No,
So that's
absolutely not.
That's the beauty of it. And as you say, and the same with the hospital, the uncompensated care. We just make sure that we're doing the right thing for people.
Absolutely.
So, and that's what it's really all about.
It is, and it's, you know, it's such a privilege to be able to do that. It's a privilege to be a part of families' lives, and it's such a very often difficult time, but can be such a beautiful time. And we are invited into people's families and to become a part of their family during their end-of-life journey. And so I take that very much as a privilege and an honor that we get to be a part of that, and to serve them, and to try to meet their needs during that time.
I love the way you put that, and to serve them.
Thank you.
You bet. Well, tell us more about the event itself. What's going to be happening? It's March 9th.
March 9th. It's 5:30 p.m. at Big Creek Golf and Country Club. And we will start off with a cocktail hour where we will just get together, socialize a little bit, just kind of get the lay of the land. And then we will be having a sit-down meal and some wine paired with that, not to the scale that we've had in the past, but a very nice sit-down meal and some wine. Then we will have a live auction during that time.
Who's your auctioneer?
Chris Nassari, and Chris does a wonderful job. He always does, and you know, he gets people to bid, and sometimes they don't even know that they're bidding, but just.
Yes, he does. I have a dog at home that can attest to that.
But such a wonderful time, and he just makes it so lighthearted and fun, and keeps everyone engaged, and he can work a crowd like no one's business. But then we'll also, at 8 o'clock, we will be opening up the gaming. And so we will have casino-style, Las Vegas-style gaming tables and slot machines and things like that.
Oh, how fun.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be great fun.
But for those who don't want to game, we'll still have the area, our dining area, open to where they can talk and relax and socialize. And then the gaming area will be separate for those who would like to participate in that. So
any music this year?
We'll have music. We have Tim Tibbs will be our DJ. So we'll have dancing till 11:30 or so, till they run us out. And
speaking of another person who could get the crowd up on their feet and going, that would be Tim Tibbs.
He's a party in a box. So. It's a one-man party, but it'll be a good time, and it'll hopefully a little something for everyone. We're having a Scotch and bourbon tasting A gentleman is coming in and going to offer some specialty scotch and bourbon. Mike Beam is purchasing some cigars for our cigar bar.
Oh, he's an aficionado on the
He is.
cigars, you bet.
And I learned a little bit about that. We were talking the other day, and he said something about a 70-year-old cigar. And I'm like, you would smoke a 70-year-old cigar? And he's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, that sounds kind of gross.
Yeah.
He's like, no. He said if they're preserved and stored right and stored well, that it's wonderful. So, and that, of course, will be for folks who want to, to purchase a cigar and take it with them, or, to go outside and smoke it if they would like.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun.
You got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Yeah.
And we've got some great live auction items that are coming in, some trips, some paintings, different things like that, some Razorback items, even though they probably needed a little help this year.
But it's a new year.
It is a new year. It is a new year.
Always go with the new year.
And then we're also having, for people to, their prize money, their funny money, ways to do that. We'll be having some raffles and things like that. So
Just a great night of fun.
I am excited. I've had a cold, I've had whatever that junk is going around, and so I'm getting that out of my system, and I'll be ready to party.
Ready to party, ready to go.
Yes. Yeah.
So it starts at 5:30. March 9th falls on what
On
day?
a Saturday.
On a Saturday.
And we're going to have beautiful weather. I put in
it's
an order
gonna be.
for it.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, we're going to get hit with some weather, maybe in the
know.
Twin Lakes area, late February, but March 9th is going to be
beautiful.
gorgeous. I want to also mention here that your mission, the mission of Hospice of the Ozarks, is to improve the quality of life for people in the last phases of an incurable illness and their family members by providing a high level of comprehensive care. And it's just wonderful that you're doing this. And I think it is important. Now, you've still got programs that when a loved one passes on, you're still there for the family.
That's a very important component, because it is not just about while the patient is here, it is about after they are no longer with us as well, and to make sure that that family has what they need, that they have the tools in their toolbox to go through the grieving process.
There's support groups that are there specifically.
There's support groups, there's literature, there's phone calls, and sometimes just a card. Just those little things to say, we are still here if you need us. And
Right.
families, we become a part of their family, they become a part of ours. So it's checking up on your family member. You would not lose a dear friend. If you had a dear friend that lost a loved one, you would not just quit calling them and checking on them. You would continue to do that, and that's what we do, is stay in that person's life. Some families need more than others. Some families want a lot of contact, a lot of involvement. They're going to be there every week at the support group. Other families, not as much.
They grieve differently.
Very differently. And sometimes families are out of state, and or maybe are more distant relationship-wise. But it's there, and it's there for what the family may need or not need. We just want to make sure that every family, and even friends of family, know that that's available to them.
And I've had the honor of being at the hospice house itself. And for those of you who have not been there, it is the most comforting, warm, home-like setting. It is home.
Yeah.
There are fireplaces. There's a section for children so that the entire family can come and be there with their loved one. And I mean, there's a kitchen for them to cook. There's, tell us some more about what's there.
And it's to be there and to be able to be family, to be able to be the friends, to be the support, not have to be the caregiver.
Really home away from home.
It is.
Yeah.
And I was there yesterday, and yesterday was a quiet day. There was a number of folks there, a number of family members there visiting, but it was the house was kind of quiet. And I may walk in there today and it be noisy and very loud, and
Just like a real home.
Just like a real home.
Just like the way that family interacts with each other.
But what I love about the hospice house is there's always a place for you to be where you need to be. If you need to be by the bedside, there's room and there's accommodations for that. If you need to take a break and go outside and sit on the patio for a little bit and just have some private time, there's that. If you want to go busy yourself in the kitchen, you can do that, just like you would at home. Children's areas set up to where there's some gaming and some activities and things like that for the children, and some private areas to where if you just need to go be by yourself, the chapel, if you need to go shut the door and just have 20 minutes to sit and reflect by yourself, it's there.
It's there.
And then the staff is there to help support that. If you need a chaplain to visit with you and your family, we can make that happen. A social worker to come in there to be with you, to talk to you. The doctor to come around to say, this is where we are, this is what's going on. So just that, hopefully that whole package of what you might need while you're at our home. We have pet therapy dogs that come in to visit.
Tell us about the pet, yeah.
We currently two pet therapy dogs, and again, one is a bearded collie that is all personality, all pup, and the other is a Bichon Frise, a beautiful white, well-groomed dog. So two very different ends of the spectrum. A lady comes around, Rose, with her guitar and plays music, if you would like that, and just quietly in the background, is very unassuming, but just what a comfort to someone, behind the scenes.
Right. Just wonderful. And can you talk to us too, when you said the pet therapy, but there's also a pet program.
There's Pet Peace of Mind, and that is a program for folks who maybe need a little help with their pets in the home during the last stages of their illness. They may need their pet taken to the vet, taken to the groomers. Just sometimes those little things mean a lot to someone.
Right. Well, that's their baby.
It is their baby, and it's recognizing them as a family member. Right now it's middle of winter, so we don't have flea and tick, but in the summertime that becomes a real issue for families to be able to get some flea and tick control medication so that pet's comfortable, that patient's comfortable. And then should the patient pass and not have a plan for their pet, then we do have some help with that as well, or to help make those arrangements prior to their passing.
Making sure that there's a good placement
Yes.
for the loved pet. So, Lori, we need to take a short break. We will be right back. We're talking with Lori Day Howe from Hospice of the Ozarks. She's got a lot more information for us right after the break. We'll be right back.